spudger, spadger, or even spuggy. Whatever you like to call them, there's an excellent chance you already know the humble house sparrow pretty well. And that's no surprise, they're one of our most charismatic little birds and have a real affinity for human habitation. In fact, in the UK, more than a third of the population is found in urban and suburban areas where they like to make use of our gardens for feeding and our houses for nesting and roosting space. The sad fact is that the poor old house sparrow's undergone a massive decline in the last 50 years. More than 70% of the UK population's disappeared in that time. The reasons for that decline are quite varied. We know that they struggle to find enough seed food in the winter. Modern agricultural landscapes are just too clean with no weeds and not much spilt grain. We know that modern house building means there aren't the nooks and crannies that they like to use to nest in our built environments. And perhaps worst of all, we know that they can't find enough insect food to feed their young in the spring and summer. The good news is there's quite a bit you can do to help house sparrows. We know they love gardens, and we know they especially love gardens that have got lots of trees and shrubs in them. So if you're lucky enough to have house sparrows near you, let your garden hedge grow a bit ramshackle this year. Maybe plant some more shrubs at the bottom of the garden if you get the chance. That all creates space for those insects that are so important during the nesting season. We know that house sparrows like to nest colonially, so get up lots of nest boxes. Make sure that the holes in the front are big enough. 32mm is about fine for a house sparrow. And make sure that you put those boxes in places where they can find them easily, but they're safe from predation. We know house sparrows are incredibly faithful to the little colonies they set up, and that those colonies are basically sedentary. They don't go very far. So if you're lucky enough to have house sparrow near you, we'd love to hear from you. Given the declines I've mentioned, we're trying to track their population through Worcestershire, and we're gathering information using the short form on our website. It'd be great to hear from you. We'd love to know how your house sparrows are doing. Thanks ever so much, and bye-bye.